Hello everyone, Gameaholik here, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the quickest method to make gold in Sea of Thieves. Okay, so if this video is useful, interesting, helpful, or anything like that, then please do consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Okay, so with the recent update, I think there's now a new and faster way to make gold. And the faster and new way to make gold is the cargo runs. Even doing the standard ones, if you're at a higher level, is going to pay 700 per item, and they've made the distance that you have to deliver the items even shorter. So rather than going around the island trying to find animals, because the Merchants Alliance, as far as I was concerned, was the quickest way to make money prior to this update. Now with the cargo runs just being a couple of islands away and you get 8 at a time, you're talking about 5.5 grand if you get 8 in a stack. Obviously if you do the Devil's Roar one as well, which again won't be that far in distance, you're talking 1,400 for perfect items. That could equate to roughly around 12 grand. Okay, so we've popped one down as you would have just seen, and I've got 8 items. So we're going to collect them from here. Okay, this is nice and easy. It's just this lady right here. So cloth first. Hopefully I don't miss the jump, because if you get that cloth wet, it's going to reduce the value. And we'll pop that up on there. So we've got to go to the Spoils of Plenty shop, which is just literally at the back of this island here, so it shouldn't take too long. As we go through, as with methods were before, obviously you want the boat a little bit closer. Normally it is parked closer. Jump off for the bottles. Take your time going round. Obviously have water in the bottom ready for your plants, and then just jump straight in. And for the cloth, you want to be parking, like I say, as close as possible to not go in the water. Okay, so it appears on this run I have 4 bottles and 4 cloth to do. And obviously if you're in a brig, or you have another teammate, or you're in a galleon, these missions can be done even quicker, because say for example with the galleon you have 4 people taking the loot on, so that's 2 apiece. You're going to get done a hell of a lot quicker than what you're doing in solo, but this is definitely the fastest method for solo players for sure. As much as I say this is the fastest and quickest method to make the most amount of gold, there are some obviously negative things towards this as well. The negative being, if you get attacked by a skelly ship or other people's ships, sort of PvP players, or Meg, or you're hit by the island, it obviously can reduce the amount of gold you will get for your items. It's not so much with the cloth and not so much with the plants, but definitely with the bottles, because they're obviously going to break and take damage. But I still think, especially if you're doing the Devil's Roar ones, as long as you have a clear run and you don't have a volcano nearby, then you have the potential of making like 12 grand in the space of probably about 5 to 10 minutes. Again, like I say, that's probably just for solo. When you're playing in a group, it's going to be a lot quicker. Okay, so we're here already. A few other factors that could make it faster or slower is, of course, the wind. If you get the wind in your favor, then it's going to make it quicker. If you're in a brig, it's definitely going to make it quicker with the wind, and likewise with the galleon. And obviously the negative is being head on to the wind, which is going to slow you down. So providing you get every single item to the destination without any damage and it's in perfect condition, you're looking at exactly for 8 items, I think it's 5,600. Now the animals have also been increased as well, and I worked it out at roughly about 400 to 300 gold extra on what they were getting before. So you could argue with the point that the Merchant Alliance animal runs could also be quite a good pay, but obviously, like I say, the problem with that is that you have to sometimes go distances, you have to source the animals, and that can take time, whereas this is just pick up the stuff, deliver it to X. So it's quite simple in that respect. Okay, as you've just seen right there, I prefer to take off the bottles first, because then it just saves in case you get any crashing or anything like that. Take your time with the cloth if you're doing it, and bring your boat as close as possible. And then it should just be a case of shipping them on and off. Again, I could have got this a little bit better, but there we go, a full jump there makes it a hell of a lot quicker. So like I say, you could actually do this quicker as well if you have more players, but this is just mainly for an example of solo, and I suppose I'm taking my time a little bit more just to make sure I don't get it wrong. And there we go, it's completed. Now I will be editing this video obviously, because you don't want to see it in full entirety, and I can tell you it took 13 minutes and 30 seconds to do the whole recording in one hit. So that is definitely my guide for the fastest way to make gold at the moment in Sea of Thieves. This is obviously subject to change as they change the game. I consider this to be the fastest way now, especially if you're doing Devil's Roar cargo runs as well, because if you get 8, like I say, you can literally be getting close to 12 grand in the space of, like I've just said, 10 to 15 minutes faster depending on who you're with. Hopefully this has been useful, helpful, and is very much useful for helping you get gold. And if it is, then do consider sharing it, as it will help my channel grow and get this video out here and help some people. Thank you very much for watching today. Have a great rest of your cargo runs and take care.
bye.